The exterior of the old mill remains unchanged, but visitors from yesterday would find it difficult to recognize the interior. Appropriately, a portrait of the founder, John Horrocks, hangs in the entrance hall. And it's interesting to note that he was also a friend of Richard Arkwright, of Spinning Jenny fame. Nearby may be seen the commemorative plaque, which shows that the firm was founded almost at the time of the French Revolution. But basically, all that remains today of the original firm is the proud reputation for manufacturing top-quality cotton goods. For this is a name that has always been associated with the best in cotton, and it's one tradition that has been jealously guarded and maintained. But of old manufacturing techniques, nothing remains. Most of the processes are automated, though regular human checks must be carried out. Once the finished cloth has been machine folded, it's taken to the warehouse for storage, ready for making up into sheets and pillowcases. In the finishing room, automation is unknown, for hand finishing is an essential part of producing first-class household linen. Attractive packaging and eye-catching display material are also essential ingredients, company policy being to ensure that these do justice to the quality of the goods which they serve. Vast stocks of goods are held in the company warehouses, though these never linger for long. From these enormous warehouses, goods are dispatched all over the world, and in Britain, they are to be found in all the leading stores and shops, like Selfridge's in London, for instance. And as the demand for cotton goods grows, more and more attractive lines are being added to an already extensive range. Another exciting variation of Preston's traditional industry is to be found here at Bamber Bridge, where a revolutionary new material is manufactured, bearing a trade name which is rapidly becoming a household word. The material produced here is a tough and supremely practical blend of synthetic fibers, both of which are produced in the same factory. Having passed through the initial stages of manufacture, the fine threads are twisted and woven together in a unique way, which gives the finished cloth its hard-wearing properties. Here also many processes are automated, though other sections employ a large labor force. After the yarn has been produced, it then goes over to the weaving section, where human craftsmanship once again takes over from the automatic processes. And it's a pleasure and privilege to see one of the famous Preston weavers at work, employing the traditional skills on which the town's prosperity was first built. With such a wide variety of designs and colours to choose from, the company have found it necessary to open a section specially designed to handle the preparation of samples for customers' inquiries. A constant stream of inquiries flow into the factory shop, where a comprehensive stock of the entire range is held. An unusual point about this company is that it only manufactures the actual material. Though publicity and advertising control remains in their hands, The actual garments are manufactured by independent companies. With the Guild now in full swing, early every morning the streets fill gradually with people, gathering to watch the day's processions, which are an integral part of the celebrations. With mounting excitement, the crowds good-naturedly jostle and chat as they wait for the first bands and floats to appear. This is the time for making new friends, for formality goes by the board, as perfect strangers strike up conversations with each other, and old acquaintances are renewed. The feeling of goodwill and fellowship which emanates from the people at this time is so strong it can almost be felt. Spectators are here to enjoy themselves, and no one knows how to do that better than Prestonians. While the main processional routes begin to bulge with expectant crowds, the side streets, which are used for assembly points, are no less busy, for here the processions start to form. With the Guild coming only once every 20 years, the importance of the occasion gives rise to some almost first-night nerves. There must be no errors, for it's not possible to come back and do it all over again tomorrow. Ideas and themes for the floats and tableau have been worked out well in advance, but processional rehearsal isn't possible. All must go well first time. The waiting groups in each street must be ready to join on to the end of the procession as soon as it reaches them. Full of a newfound importance, the children start to limber up, in readiness to take their places in the procession, apparently unconcerned about the prospect of the arduous walk in front of them, though it seems likely that those swinging arms will be tired before the end of the day. And so, after the long, patient waiting, the groups move off to join their neighbours in the parade through town, thus making their own colourful and rhythmic contribution to the Guild festivities. Whilst all the preparations were getting underway, the streets of Preston filled to capacity with eager spectators, people drawn from all walks of life and encompassing every age group. For some, it was their very first Guild, and at the other end of the scale, a few senior citizens were witnessing their fourth Preston Guild. For these children, it's been a great and memorable occasion. And who knows, maybe their own children will be taking part in the next Preston Guild procession. During Guild Week in Preston, anything can happen, and does, like a friend dropping in. To the delight of onlookers who are more than willing to lend a helping hand with anything. An apparently uncontrollable hot air balloon is tackled with gusto and soon shown who's in charge. The variety of entertainment offered at this time is almost incredible, a tribute to the ingenuity of Prestonians who have left nothing undone, which will help to ensure that this guild surpasses even itself. From the traditional entertainment offered by all the fun of the fair, with its gaily painted roundabouts and swings, to the individually organized street parties, nothing has been left out, which will help make this festive carnival week a memorable one. Flags and bunting emblazon the streets with colour. Toasts to the town and each other are enthusiastically drunk. In fact, it might even take some the next 20 years to recover. The sound of laughter and happy faces are everywhere. And for the children, there are special treats in store. For once, the rule, don't play in the road, doesn't apply, for a special tea party has been arranged. For the mums and dads, there may well be an element of nostalgia here, taking them back to their own childhood street tea parties which were held at the end of the war. Fortunately, this celebrates a much happier occasion, and the ladies have risen nobly to it from every household. Dish after tempting dish is brought forth until the tables positively groan with the weight of food. But not for long. Hearty young appetites soon make short work of even such liberal supplies. It's obvious that nothing is going to be wasted here today. In the beautiful parkland setting, an open-air theatre has been set up for the staging of the colourful musical Camelot. The performance being dignified by the arrival of the mayor and his entourage. Months of painstaking hard work and rehearsal have gone into this production. The crowds expectantly settle in their seats, waiting for the curtain to go up. As the lights dim, the performance gets underway.
July and August cannot be too hot, and there's a legal limit to the snow here in Camelot. The winter is forbidden till December, and exits mark his second on the spot. By order, summer lingers.
The enthusiasm of the audience sets the seal of approval on the production. Camelot is a hit, and those who have been actively involved now know that all the hard work has been worthwhile. And so the week's festivities draw to an end. But to be sure that they end with a bang, a massive firework display is held. The soft night sky rivaling the daylight with its flashing, dazzling blaze of colour. Rockets soar high above the crowds, scattering the earth with a myriad of golden stars. Gigantic Catherine wheels frantically spin out their rainbow-hued sparks like a shower of jewels. Finally, the heavens blaze with a reminder of what it's all been about. The Guild festivities behind, now it's back to work. With industries of national importance depending upon Preston people, reality cannot be lost sight of for too long. At the giant British Aircraft Corporation plant, for example, there are deadlines to be met, which are vital to the national economy and security. Here, the famous Lightning was built, and production is now well underway on the Anglo-French Jaguar aircraft, which is currently being used by the air forces of both countries. Currently under development is the incredible new MRCA, which is being produced jointly by the British, French and German governments. Though still classified as top security, it's known that among the many unique qualities featured in the aircraft is the swing wing principle, which allows the wings to be drawn into the fuselage once the plane is airborne. Preston and its people celebrate the town's achievements once every 20 years. But present greatness and potential were not developed by merrymaking. Centuries of corporate effort have gone into the building of this town. Reputations for quality, skill and craftsmanship can only be earned by the efforts of the people themselves and a willingness to improve on old skills. Modern Prestonians have learned the new sciences demanded by modern technology and now lead the nation into the jet age. Onwards, still onwards, through to the future and the next Preston Guild.